Hello, 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 hello. If you're watching us live, put hashtag live below. Let us know, where are you dialing in from? Where are you dialing in from? And I have with me today a very, very special guest. She's based out in Hong Kong, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
But originally from?
Well, I was born and brought up in Hong Kong, but I am Indian by
Oh,
ethnicity. Yes.
Indian by ethnicity. So Hong Kong feels like home to you, is that right?
Oh, yeah, it's home. Absolutely.
Yeah, right. And tell us a bit about yourself. You a teacher, tutor by
Yeah.
background?
So I have a background in education and I've
Mm.
been teaching for, I think 12 years. I recently counted.
Yeah.
And it's something that I enjoy a lot. It gives me a great sense of gratitude to be able to spend my day with little beings, little people who, just all they want to do is just play and learn and, it's been wonderful for me. But ever since I was a child, I think the one thing that I always loved was making my loved ones smile and laugh and making them feel good about themselves. So when I remember I was working at a kindergarten for 7 years and it was wonderful, but I felt like I wanted more for myself. And that's when, I thought, you know what? Let's bridge the two together. Let's do
Mm.
something where I still feel that sense of guidance, like giving guidance to people, but also
Yeah.
making them feel better about themselves at the same time, not just on an academic level.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, this is something that I feel really happy about. And I feel like every time I get to see how someone feels better about themselves and realizes their potential, I feel like, you know what? The world just got a little more peaceful. Because when you have that inner peace, you have that confidence, that self-acceptance, it's just for the best. There's nothing bad about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that. I loved how you described it. And I'm really grateful, like, I got to meet you because, you come from a background in teaching, you come from a background in tutoring and helping, and the little ones as well. And they're so bright and smart. And then I met you on breakthrough coaching, where you learned like a coaching tool, but I feel it was innate to you. Like, it
Mm.
was, instinctive, like the whole process of how do you ask questions? How do you discover? How do you motivate someone? How do you get someone on their path in their life? And then you went on to do something known as facilitator training, where you become qualified to do sort of group coaching programs and to work with adults as well as young children. And today is the day of your official certification. And Natasha, congratulations, and let me share, why this is such an important, milestone and certificate is because you really shine through. And I think everyone watching and listening in would have heard the way Natasha speaks. She's upbeat, she's positive, she's in the moment, she's caring, she's honest. And it's like, these are the perfect ingredients of a presenter, an orator, someone who works with groups of people and sets them on a transformation path. But not only do you combine this kind of upbeat, but you also have an incredibly sensitive side to you as well. Yeah, where you think deeply, you inquire, you reflect, so it's not all like up here kind of motivation, happiness stuff. Like there's depth to you, there's a seriousness to you, there's a reflection to you as well. And people who maybe meet you on the surface, they may not understand. Actually, she crosses the chasm between the depth and what's really underpinning underneath all that surface stuff. And then also she's able to make you feel safe and self-assured and, silly as well, if need be, to help people feel safe. And so this is such an easy certification for me because not only
Oh,
your background, yeah, exactly. Not only your background, and you were a great coach and hypnotherapist on the coaching program, and then you kind of committed to yourself with the facilitator, and you kind of shared this work with groups. So very, very, very well done. How are you feeling?
thank you so much. I mean, that's a lot. And I'm really grateful to you. Feeling, I'm feeling like this certification. It's something that I had been waiting for because before that I was certified to do one-on-one work. But for me, I think because I'm already a teacher, group work just is something that I just felt a lot more aligned towards doing because I think, there's just something about being in a group. You're going in there for yourself, but you're not the only one there. So automatically that pressure is off where all eyes are on you. And you're there with whoever else whether you know them or not, and you're there for yourself, but you're there together. And,
Mm-hmm.
for me to see that, even as a teacher, for me to see that, it just, it feels like everyone is a lot more comfortable. And I like it when people feel comfortable. So it
Yeah.
feels good. I feel like I can sort of get on with it now.
Yeah, and that's so lovely. And to share a little bit with us about what did you yourself get from coaching, you yourself get from hypnosis, from NLP, and also kind of the group work training, having been a teacher yourself. So give us a little flavor about that.
Okay, so I mean, I think before I even do that, I want to just also share how I got into breakthrough coaching because
Oh,
that
that'd
is
be
itself is
lovely. Thank you. Yeah, I love that.
I never I never saw that for myself.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been an educator and I was working at a kindergarten for 7 years. And that was great, but like I said, I wanted something more. And actually, I'm going to give a shout out to the person who really helped me figure it out. And her name is Anita Patel. I think she is watching today.
Yeah.
You have trained her as well. You know how amazing, amazing
Yeah.
of a coach and healer she is. And she actually sat with me and did a passion test with me. And that sort of the consensus that came was, like I said, I want to continue to guide people, but also uplift them, make them realize their potential. And she said, you know what? Let me introduce you to Vitality Living College. And that's how it
Oh,
began. So my, breakthrough coaching with neurolinguistics programming practitioner, which was the one-on-one training, that opened me up. you know, I wanted it to be a part of a career shift, but it gave me so much on a personal level as well in terms of personal development. I opened up. I mean, it was not an easy journey. It's not for the faint-hearted. However, it just brought me more passion in life, passion in my career, and it made me really realize that, you know what, Natasha, you can accept yourself for the fact that you're flawed like every single person on this planet, but you're still enough. And you know what? That was very difficult for me to actually do. And it took me so long. It took like a span of a few months of training with you to be able to get there. And you genuinely gave me and everyone else I studied with all the tools, to make this a career. But you were so motivating and you still are. I mean, everyone heard what you said.
yeah.
You just so encouraging and so nurturing. And you just give proper guidance that you genuinely, I don't just say you're a mentor, you actually are a mentor. And
Mm.
throughout that, I realized that, oh, actually, I've been feeling more confident and it sort of just crept up on me. So by the time I started training to become a facilitator,
Mm.
I felt like, okay, you know what? I can do this. It's like that quote by Rumi, I can't remember it fully. I probably should have Googled this,
Yeah, it's
but
okay. No, it's fine.
it's,
Yeah.
the journey, you sort of, when you go along the way, like everything becomes clearer as soon as you go along the way. It's something,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know
The
what
way it
I'm talking.
develops as you take the first step.
Yes, yes. So really
Like
that broke
falling,
out.
you sprout wings.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? When I started facilitator training, I had all of these ideas for my future as for my career, but they were all sort of in the head, like on the clouds, you know? And it's because of the fact that you genuinely gave me so much practical training. A lot of practice was involved. And that's something I really needed because it gave me more and more confidence. So I feel like here I am today. I'm ready to go. This feels
Yeah,
great.
I love that. And you are ready to go. Absolutely. And you're ready to go and share your gifts and talents with other people. Now you shared with us what you got from it and how
Yeah.
you got here, which is fantastic. Share with us a little bit about, other people that you maybe worked with or you ran some test kind of group trainings with. What are some of the areas other people got from what you shared with them in terms of coaching, hypnosis, and NLP?
Honestly, I feel like I've experimented a lot with neurolinguistics programming more than the hypnosis because a lot of people still have that reservation
Yeah,
of what hypnosis is, and that's perfectly fine.
yeah.
So, in terms of neurolinguistics programming, I think the one experience I could speak about various ones, but I think the one that genuinely stood out is what I submitted for my certification. It's the master class that I did. And that was quite special because that's when I realized something. I said, you know what? You put in all this effort. Great. Great. That's one aspect of it. People show up for themselves. Fantastic. That's another aspect. But the most important thing is they got the value from it. And the feedback that I got and what I could see as well is that they got that value. It's about, I always said, it's never about a quick fix. It's never about toxic positivity. I feel like people think that, oh, shifting a belief means you just ignore the negative and just be like, all right, I am enough. No, there's real work that goes into it. And I mentioned that and I made that very clear. And the fact that people still got a taste of what it could be like to feel better about themselves if they put in that work. That to me, seeing everyone's faces, that's when I knew that, you know what, this is the right path for me.
Yeah, that's really powerful. Yeah, because sometimes we don't discover our purpose.
Yeah.
Sometimes our purpose discovers us. And, it's so incredible what you just shared because I didn't know what I was meant to do and give in this lifetime because I was quite happy working in a marketing job in Florida. And then one day I had to do a training for the sales force, and suddenly I had like 17,000 people in a room. And I was up on stage and I was having to present. And of course, I did all my preparation, I didn't just wing it. And they have something known as the voice of God. So that's the compare who you never meet or see. And they announce you. And he goes, welcome to the stage, Dr. Rangana. And I got on stage and I was really nervous, like but then something just took over, like something I can't describe in words.
Mhm.
And it was like a part of me just lit up, like I didn't have to do anything. And it just happened through me. And so, like you, like how you had that masterclass moment, in that moment, I discovered that actually one of the facets of my identity is to be a trainer versus facilitate one-to-one work. That's a really powerful story, Natasha. Now, of everything that you've learned, is there anything you want to share with us today? Any tools and techniques? I'm a student, so like lead away.
Okay. Would everybody like to do something called the Ring of Power?
Oh, we'd
This,
love to do that. Why
this,
don't
let
you
me tell
explain
you.
it to us what it is? Like there
So,
might be some
okay.
newbies on this call who have no
Yes.
clue what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay. So the Ring of Power is, so when I say, so it's a tool. What that means is it's a method of, it's a method. Tool means method in our terms. And
Mm,
the Ring
mm,
of Power is a very effective confidence booster
mm,
because as it's the name suggests, Ring of Power.
mm,
Power is when you feel powerful, you feel confident. They
mm,
go hand in hand. And this is actually something that I've done with my students as well. So I've done it with little
mm,
kids and I've done it with adults. And
mm,
it's just something that can instantly shift your mood. It involves, I mean, we can do it while standing up or we could do it while sitting down. What would you
mm.
prefer?
I might do my one sitting down. I tell you why. My standing desk has stopped working. So if I
That's why
stand up, you'll
so
only see like the middle of my body.
yeah.
And
So sitting down then. That's
and
perfect.
then
Yeah,
but those who want to do it standing up, you can
yeah,
guide them too. That's all good. Yeah.
that's
Like and
fine. Yeah.
there's not just me on this call, there's others too.
Okay, well, I'd have to adjust everything to stand up. So let's do it sitting down.
Okay, so everyone's going to
Okay.
do it sitting. I love
Yeah.
that. See, you've
Otherwise,
got
she'll just
so
be
much
waiting for me.
flexibility. That's perfect. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So before we begin, just make sure if you put your arms out wide that you have enough space in front of you, like on your sides and just
Yeah.
like in front of you as well. Behind would be fantastic. I don't, but if you do, then that's all that matters.
Okay.
Um, for this, I just before I begin, just allow yourself to just go with it. Just try something new today.
Okay.
And we're gonna start by just think about your favorite color. All right, so mine is gold. What's yours?
Okay.
Sabrina?
Red.
Red, perfect. Now, your favorite color, I want you to just imagine you're drawing a massive circle in front of you.
Yeah.
That is your favorite color. Okay, now
Wow.
it's big. Okay.
That's big.
And imagine you're looking at it and it's shining, it's bright, it looks fabulous. Okay. And now I would like you to just think about what makes you confident, what qualities you like or you have or you wish to possess that make you feel confidence. For example, bravery, self-love, excitement, feeling intelligent, and also think about the people that make you feel confident and any gods or goddesses you believe in, any archangels you'd like to put in, you know, God, anything, any pets, anything and anyone. As whenever they pop up, we're just going to put them inside our circle. So for
Okay.
example, bravery, excitement, self love, self acceptance. Keep putting in those qualities first. Okay, let's put them in. Keep putting in those qualities and say them out loud, like I just did. Excitement, bravery,
Excitement, bravery,
self acceptance, just everything,
self-acceptance,
self love. And
self-love.
then, yeah, and once you're done putting in the qualities, put in the people. Who are the people that make you feel confident? Mom, dad. Sorry, I sound like a teacher right now. Mommy and daddy. You could put your teachers, you could put your partner, your friends, your children, anyone that makes you feel confident. Put them, just imagine, visualize them going inside your circle, waiting for you. Any pets that you have, put your pets inside. Any gods or goddesses that you believe in, just, imagine that they're inside there as well. Archangels, and if you're, a lot of spiritual people, put in unconditional love. Okay? Imagine everything inside you, and now you're looking at it. And it's sort of like, how you visualize in these movies, it's like you have this magic pot and like you have magic coming out of it, and it's just coming out of the pot, drawing you in. So that's what's happening with your ring right now, guys. Now, as you're looking at it, you're noticing what you see, how you feel, what you hear. Maybe you smell something, and sometimes I like to put food inside, so okay, I'm gonna put chocolate inside now, like just whatever, anything you're smelling as well. Now, this is where it's nice to stand up, but if not, then you know what? We can just pretend that we're just going inside the circle now. So you're going to step inside that circle now. So take a step forward. You're in your circle. You're in your circle. Close your eyes if you must, and just breathe it all in. Let's take deep breaths. That's right. Breathe in that power. Soak it all in. Everything you put inside is with you right now. You have everything you need to feel powerful, to feel confident. This is your circle, guys. It's yours. And now it's glowing. You feel it all. Keep breathing it in. That's right. Breathe it in. That's right. You've got this. Look at that. Now it gets even better. Imagine a column of light shooting up to the sky, to the clouds, to God, to Creator, to the higher power, and you're now connected. And it's just you're connected, and now your ring of power is connected as well. Keep breathing that in. That's right. You're there. Now, whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes, but just know that you now know how to activate your ring of power because you've just done it.
I love that. Wow, that was really incredible, Natasha. And I loved
Thank
how you got so creative with it, like you added your own flavor to it, which
you.
I love the creativity, where you brought in all the additional resources. I feel really good, Natasha, because something was sort of playing in the back of my mind about something in my sort of private life that was causing me some doubt. And I feel really great now. Like you've really helped me to like step into that, confident place and to just be there and to just, just tell myself that, just trust my own self and just be myself and not to worry about other people's reactions. So I can't thank you enough. Many,
Oh,
many, many thanks, Natasha. It was really
thank
helpful.
you.
Yeah,
Um,
it was really
it's so
nice.
interesting because you taught it to me.
But that's the purpose of a teacher, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is to teach it enough so that the students take over and are even better than the teacher. Then the teacher's
Mm.
work is done and the teacher can step aside. So I am so, so, so proud of you, Natasha.
Thank you.
Now
Thank
tell me this, is there any wisdom or like, you know,
you.
learnings or anything you want to share with us in, all of us in closing?
Yes. Now, okay, so we've been talking a lot about confidence, but the thing is, for those of you who maybe don't know me well or don't know me at all, I used to struggle with this a lot. So while I said I used to love making my loved ones feel happy, smile, laugh, feel good about themselves, that's something as I grew older and faced challenges, that's something I struggled with. I used to be very confident, and then, I stopped feeling that way because of certain life challenges. And the thing is, even today, I feel like anyone would be lying, really, if they said that they are always confident 100% of the time. That's not possible. That's like saying you're always happy 100% of the time. Can you be always happy 100% of the time? No.
Mm.
And, but the thing is, when you have been aware of the fact that, feeling confident, genuine, I'm talking about genuine, quiet confidence. I'm talking about that confidence that comes with knowing that, okay, you're great the way you are, or there's room for improvement, but you're fine the way you are. You don't need to shout that out loud, and you're good to yourself, you're good to other people. That kind of confidence. When it
Mm.
comes to that, you know, you've been on that journey, you have that awareness. There will be days, there will be phases, life still happens. So it's so important to always remember that you will have your days, you'll have your ups and your downs, but so long as you know and accept yourself for who you are, you're fine.
Wow, that's really powerful. That's amazing. And now that you've got this, tell us a little bit about what's your next step.
Okay. So, that's the thing. My next step is to really just continue to spread this message
Mm.
through. Now I have this certification. So that means I can do a lot of group work, and not just as a teacher, obviously, academically. And
Mm.
this is something that I wish to take forward and just continue to spread that message. Because the thing is, I know I'm not the only person who has this certification or a similar certification, but it's nice that we each, whoever has this desire, not even and maybe not even in the form of a certification. It does not even, it's just that desire to spread that message that, it's good to feel good about yourselves. You see what you can accomplish, you have it in you. The world just becomes more peaceful. And I think too much has happened in this world. So I like doing my bit, and I think we all do.
I think that's perfect, and your kind of coaching DNA is so palpable, it's a combination of confidence, self-acceptance, I am enough. And you're absolutely right, Natasha. If people in the world, from young children to seniors, could just have this one learning that I am enough and confidence exists within me, and that doubting mind could just strip away, our world leaders would make different decisions.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
because they'd come at it from a place of not personal power, or asserting power, but they'd come at it from a place of a spiritual power, like what you're talking about, which is I've now got these tools which are powerful,
Mm,
and I have that ability to help someone else make a transformation.
yeah.
But like Superman or Superwoman, I want to use it for good.
Yeah.
Someone with superpowers can do good and can do wrong. And it's like, I want to spread goodness in the world because the truth is, everybody is powerful in their own way. And I'm excited that you're going to be helping people unleash their innate, eternal power.
Wow.
Thank
Thank you so much, Dr. Rangana. Thank you so much. And thank you. You truly are a mentor. And, you're the kind of teacher I always needed in my, like, back when I was in school. And because of the fact that you, like I said, you're nurturing and you gave us so much to practice with. And I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. And just bless you. You're amazing.
you. I happily receive your blessings. That's means the world to me. Thank you so much, Natasha. And so, anyone listening in, if you would like to connect with Natasha, just type me below. And maybe you want to connect with her because you're a principal of a school, or perhaps you're a teacher, or perhaps you're a parent, or perhaps you're part of a women's circle, or a men's circle, or a networking group, and you'd like a speaker to come in, and you'd like a speaker to give a bit of a boost, a little bit of a boost where you kind of walk away feeling, yeah, yeah, I'm good enough. I can do this. I can make it happen. And, feel free to be directly in touch with Natasha, and I'm sure Natasha's also going to be doing community work, physically in Hong Kong, and whatever community work is possible online to bring this kind of work. So if anyone from Hong Kong or Southeast Asia is listening in, please be in touch with Natasha. Let her know, what your community is, where you need help. There's always people looking for speakers to come in and help the, people in the organization or the charity or the company just feel that little bit more special in themselves. Natasha, I thank you with all
Thank
my
you.
heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Same here, and you're a natural. Absolutely incredible. I loved it. I loved your interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we're going to say bye to all of those who joined us. If you've also got any questions for Natasha, feel free to post them below. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Thank you.